Hey guys, SavyTechGirl here. How's everybody doing today? Finally had a chance to do a quick show with you guys. It's been a little bit of a crazy week. My in-laws moved this week. I spent approximately 5 hours on the phone with our local telephone company. And yeah, that was fun. Just trying to get the phone changed over and everything. So what a nightmare, absolute nightmare. You know what, in today's day and age, it looks like my chat is not activated for this, guys. Hang on a second, I gotta go into my settings here. Well, that's not right, is it? Let's get these settings going. Why they won't allow me to do this chat. I never take chat off. I may actually stop this and just restart it. Let's see here. A little bit ridiculous. What good is it if we don't have chat going? Not very good at all. Chat enabled. Okay. Let's try this. Chat enabled. See how this goes. Chat enabled. Finally, that was weird. It was enabled. I just had to turn it on and turn it off. So anyways, how is everybody doing today? I want to talk some Kodi with you guys. I say it's been about a week since I've been on. Have been doing lots of stuff, but there's lots of stuff going on in the Kodi world. So I want to just go through that. And there's actually a new app that launched this week, free tele app. So now you can, they've been working on this. The development of this free tele app has been going on for months. If you actually go to the tvaddons.ag site, they've got some pretty good information on it. And what it really is it's allowing you with both a Mac and a Windows system. You can watch pretty much anything online. There's lots of content that you want to watch, and that's free tele, okay? So it's essentially a custom version of Kodi. And when you look at it, you can see that it's sort of, the feel is the same as Kodi, and it comes with pre-configured with add-ons. So again, it's like a build, so it's been customized for you guys and for the purpose of watching your favorite streaming content. So there's going to be add-ons in there, obviously, like Exodus, Salts. There's going to be Phoenix, all those things there. And it's they're advertising it, and it's a bit like Netflix, but again, it's free, guys. So there is no charge for this. It is called free tele. It's an add-on which interfaces with websites. So again, with Kodi, with anything that's online streaming, obviously in the background, it is linking to different websites, right? And this is a new add-on that's come along. So hello, subs Meeks. How are you? Do we have any of the kids watching today? We can talk about some kids projects if they're here. If they're not, I don't know. Maybe we can talk about not kids projects. I couldn't get my green screen working today. I was a little bit slow on the uptake this morning. I wanted to get it working, but as a result, you get to see my messy office. Hey, kids. So do we have, this morning we have Liv, I think, and we also have Jackson watching the show. So guys, do you have any questions for me? Let's see if we can answer some questions for the kids today too. I've locked the dogs up today. Well, I haven't locked them up. They're in the house somewhere, but they're not going to be barking, so you guys can hear them. Let's put it that way. Okay, kids. So you know what I think I want to start off with is the concern that people have with our kids, our children, nieces, nephews, just the younger generation, because technology is becoming more about, in the schools, that's what we're doing, right? Teachers are communicating with their students and the parents, and they're using things like, they're even on Twitter, they're using messaging, things like that. So, but what are the main concerns? My main concern, I think, with kids in today's age that are being exposed all of a sudden. Okay, so how does a printer work? We'll get to that, but I just want to talk about this for 2 minutes. Being exposed to the online environment, like all of a sudden everybody's being thrown into it, and we really need to make sure we're using high security, okay, kids? So make sure if you're doing things online and you're not sure about it, go to mom and dad, talk to them, show them what you want to do, and then they'll be able to decide if you can go online or not. Facebook can be pretty dangerous, so you want to sort of keep away from that as much as possible. But if you do go on Facebook, if your mom and dad let you go on, just get a very close-knit friends, okay, kids? Friends, not people you don't know. They're your real friends. Put your mom and dad, put your aunt and uncle, cousins, your real friends, the ones that you go to school with, and they're the ones that you can communicate with on Facebook. So how does a printer work? Well, you had to ask me the really difficult question right off the top, right? Of course you did. So there are a few printers out there. Okay, we have, number one, we have what we call an inkjet printer. So inkjet printers, they have little cartridges. And what does a cartridge look like? I don't know if I have one around here. Cartridges aren't very big, right? They're sort of the size of this tape dispenser, and they'd fill them up with ink. They'd be full up with ink. And then at the bottom, they have a little electronic connections that go into a slot. So this is inside the printer, and it goes into the slot. And now this is the print head that actually the ink's going to come out of. And this, my thumb here, is the connection to essentially the computer that's going to send all this information over, okay? When we talk about computers, everything in computer languages is in these ones and zeros, okay? So when you if you ever take a computer course, a computer engineering course, down the road when you get a little bit older, you're going to find out that these computers talk in zeros and ones. So if I write something out here, I've got a piece of paper for you. Let's write it. I do have a white screen. Actually, let me see if I can share my white screen with you. That might be fun, right, guys? Where is my white screen? Where is it? Where did it go? Here it is. Okay, so let me try this for a minute. It'll help me explain. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Okay, guys, so tell me, can you see my whiteboard or not? Let me just take this over here. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you can see my whiteboard. All right, so printers work in, let me just draw a printer over here. This is our printer. Okay, so this is our printer, and we've got some paper. I'm not very good at art, sorry. Got an on, off button there, okay, and then we've got this cable that goes to our computer, okay? So let's make the computer red, see if this works. Might not work, it's probably still black. What do I know? I can't use this program. Oh boy, what do I know how to do? Okay, anyways, we'll make the computer black over here, okay? So this is our computer. Put some keys on here. This one doesn't have many. No keys. That's okay. All right. So you're playing on your computer and you're typing something here. A, B, C, D. And now you need to print it. So what you're going to do is you're going to send, this is a signal. And these letters here, A, B, C, D, they're all made up of zeros and ones. Now, the reason we put a line through a zero is when you do computer classes and you're writing things out, you're doing coding with words, you're writing things like on, off, you're going to be using the letter O. So all of a sudden now it gets confusing because people think, well, the word off how do we know that's not a 0? And in the programming language, this means something, so that could be a 0FF. If you put a line through it, you know it's a 0, okay? So that's why we put a 0 through if you ever see that. So we're going to have this information here, and let's just say it's 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, and let's pretend, because it doesn't, but let's pretend that makes up this ABCD. So our cable here that goes to the printer is going to send that information over. Okay, and that print head that I explained to you, right, which has here is the print head, and it's got electronic things in here, and then we have clipped in here, we have the ink. Ooh, that's all the ink, and that's full, and this connects to here. So now they're talking to each other. This talks to the printer. The printer is now going to convert this into ABCD again. Okay, so now it turns it back into something that we understand. I hope this makes sense, guys. I'm trying to do it as simple as I can here. So it talked to this little thing here, which is the electronic part that you'll see on a printer, okay? And now it's gone back and said, oh, wait a minute, I need to now know what those letters were. So the printer is a computer, right? Essentially, the printer is another computer. So we have this here, which is called an input device. We type into it. This is an output device because we print out on it. We can also scan. But it's a computer because even if I scan a picture into a printer, this printer has a computer inside of it because it needs to be able to look at that picture or that document that you've put in there, and it needs to be able to send it over here to the computer and say, this is what I mean. It looks at the zeros, ones, 1, 0, 0, ones, and it converts it into something that makes sense to us. Okay, so really you have a computer here, which is the printer, and you have a computer here, which talks to each other. That's how we get information out of a printer, okay? There are different types of printers. We have laser printers, and laser printers use almost like a powder, and the powder gets burnt on to the paper that we're printing from, okay? I'm just going to take my screen share away here. All right, so that's how they work. So you have a computer here and you have a computer here, and they talk to each other, okay? And that's how you get a picture out, or your homework assignment that you've done, you get it out of the printer because the computers have talked to each other and said, you know what, this is what I mean, and this is what you're supposed to do. So there are lots of different types of printers out there. If you have an inkjet printer, you need to use it. Okay, so if you don't use it, that ink can dry up. And not only the ink on the inside of the cartridge can dry out, but where it talks to the bottom, the electronic part, that's what dries up. And then they're no good anymore, okay? Hey, OCS, how's it going? We're just talking about printers and how printers work. And if you think about it, kids, it's the same thing as with watching TV, right? If you're streaming something off of the internet, or if you're playing a game on the internet, that is all being talked to in the computer, and that computer language is making it into something that we can understand, okay? So I hope that helps a little bit as far as printers go. And gives you an idea of how they work. But remember, all computer devices are exactly that. They're all computers. So the theory behind it is each device is a computer. Each is doing its same thing. They're all doing their own thing, and they're all communicating, and they're all converting information over, and then that's how the printer works, okay? Yes, I did have a chance to check out, and if it's okay, I'm going to do a full review on it, guys, if that's all right. Maybe I'll do a review on it this week. Great add-on. And streaming, everything was good. Really, really impressed with it. Very clean. So if you guys don't mind, if you don't mind, I will do a review on it. Golf section, love it. Actually, tennis, guys, today, England or Great Britain is playing Canada. So bring it on. Let the Canadian win. Or win, not win, win. Let the Canadian win. Watching it, I've actually been watching it on Sky Sports. The last night was a good night for sports because we had NASCAR and we had UFC. How about the kids? Were the kids watching UFC last night? I didn't actually watch UFC last night, but I know everybody in the world was watching UFC. So I am going to do a review this week for you. So that's great. Thanks for letting me do that, and I'll put that up in my videos this week. What's everybody been watching this week online? I think sports has been huge. We've had Euro 2016. So I think everybody's been watching Euro. I thought Iceland was fantastic, in my personal opinion. For them to make it that far, I think was absolutely amazing. So I was very impressed with that. I hoped I helped explain for the kids how a printer works. And I was just explaining also to the kids that you really need to be careful when you're online. The other thing you need to be careful of is when you're playing games online, I know even on iPads and things like that, there are a lot of links for you to download extra levels. What happens again in most cases is that you get a free game and then you have to pay money to get to these next levels if you cannot complete them, right, by yourselves. So if you can't complete them by yourselves, then they also entice you by, there's a lot of people online that have programs that can sort of hack past those levels, and then you're paying money to actually get those levels, right? But you can also go on, and there's a lot of things that entice people to download extra levels, and that's when you can get into viruses, all right? So what they do is they make you believe that this game, let's just say, we'll make it up, Lego cars, okay? So Lego cars, you want to get to the next level, and for you to get to the next level, you have to pay, let's just say $5, which isn't a lot, but if you keep going, the kids keep wanting to get to the next level, every day they're paying $5 and it adds up, right? So then, the kids are talking and they're talking at school and they're saying, oh yeah, but you know what, so-and-so, if you go to this website, you can get it all for free. It doesn't cost anything. You just download it, then it's on, you can just install it and you can go any level you want. That's what people target. So what are the people that make the viruses going to do? They're going to find the top games that all the kids are playing because, as Soltatech said, kids are vulnerable because they don't have a full understanding and they want this game, right? They don't want to have to say to mom and dad, oh, I want another $5 for this next level. So we have these lovely people that are making these nasty viruses, and they're targeting the kids, and they're targeting those websites, they're targeting those games. Next thing you know, so-and-so downloads the next 10 levels to Lego cars, and bang, your computer, whatever you're using, all of a sudden you no longer have a device that's working, right? So you really need to be careful with that. There are programs out there that are fantastic. They're built for that purpose. Steam is one of them. And I will show you the website for Steam. It is it's a fantastic way. It's an online gaming platform. And let me just share out my page here just so you guys can see it. Gives you an idea of, I can find it here. Yep, here we go. Okay, so this is Steam. So you have instant access, like it says here, over 3,500 games, from action games. There's everything on here, okay? So let's just jump in and see what kind of games that they have. All right, they have deals. You can see they've got weekend deals, but these are safe, guys, okay? If you use Steam, it's a very safe way of, although you have to pay for it. Let's just look in here, games. So let's go to free to play. All right, so you would create an account, and it's free to create an account. You don't have to pay anything, but then you can go into all these different games. They show you here, it's a Windows game, Mac, there's a Mac game here. What else do we have? Linux or Steam OS. So it gives you all the different areas, hardware, software, utilities. So there's even like audio production, things like that. But let's just go into, let's see, action games. Okay. So again, you can see they have sale prices. But this is a safe place, guys, to download stuff, okay? Because only reputable people are going to be able to put things in here. It's much too easy to just, and I will show you in a second. I'll finish my share on this, and I'll just show you in a second how easy it is to actually, oh, my pups are, good question. Why is my mom so technically slow? Very good question. Thanks, Soul the Tech. I will definitely do a review this week and throw it up on YouTube. Thanks for stopping by. Why is your mom so technically slow? My belief is we have a certain population of people that really, I don't even know if they need to understand certain technology parts. As long as they can understand what they actually have to do on a day-to-day basis. My mom she's pretty good with her iPhone and her iPad. She uses it a lot. And on her computer, she does her books and her emails. And if something else comes up on the screen, it's sort of like full panic. I don't think they like to learn anything outside of the bubble. So, is it something we can change? I don't think so. The good thing is they don't tend to go online and download things. So luckily, we don't have to fix too many viruses. But kids, it's something that happens all the time. I'm just going to show you. I'm going to do a search, okay? And let's do free games. Let's see. Free game. I'm just going to show you this, okay? Okay, so I just got a really funny text. So, yeah, okay, back to the mom thing. Some moms, their kids think they're technically slow, but we're not. We just pretend that we're slow just so you don't know that we know what you're doing. That's why we pretend that we don't know what we're talking about. Right. Okay, I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to do a screen share here. And if I crash my computer, I'm not really worried about it. Am I? No, I'm not really worried about it. Where is it? Okay, here it is. I don't really care if I crash mine. Okay, guys, so here we go. I have just put in a Google search for free game hacks, okay? Hacks are obviously words that we use for cheating. So cheat codes, things like that. So let's just go in here. I've never been in here before. And I may get, hang on a second. I'm going to take my screen share off just for a second, just in case. Just in case. The other thing you need to remember, guys, is if you're going into places like this, sometimes you don't know what's going to come up on the screen. But this one doesn't seem to be too bad. All right, hang on. Doesn't seem to be too bad. So please excuse anything that may happen here. All right, So I just brought up this freegamehackscheats.com. Looks legit. Wow, looks like a really nice website, eh? I mean, how tempting is that? GTA 5 trainer, get it now. Tired of losing or just plain bored with Grand Auto Theft 5, right? Like this looks, here we've got some rooter tools. Tools that you can use just to get hacks and things. It looks totally legit. It looks actually very tempting to click on all these buttons. Now I'm going to click on one. Top 5 reasons to use game hacks. Okay, see, boom, I'm getting an ad that comes up. As soon as those ads come up, now you know there's a problem. Now you know that there's people watching and people tracking what you're doing. Okay, now I know it's fine. I can get down and I can fix it. But, you know, they make it look so great and so tempting. And you really just need to be careful and stay away. Unless you want to be spending a lot of money to fix your computers, which, you know what, in that case, if that's fine. If you want to spend all those dollars fixing computers, then so be it. But it's not a wise thing to do. Yeah, do you like my answer? There's like certain moms, my mom that only does certain things, but then there are certain moms that they know exactly what's going on, and we just like to fool you. You need to be careful on your phone too, kids. You need to remember that if you do have phones or you do have iPods, any of these phones that are out there now have location services, and location services mean that those phones track wherever you are. By default, they're turned on. So you get a new phone or a new iPad or a new iPod or whatever it is, those phones and devices they know where you are, okay? Keyloggers, exactly. What is a keylogger? So a keylogger is a program that will get installed on your computer without you even knowing about it. So if you were to download a program or a virus were to get into your computer and a keylogger is on your computer, then let's pretend I'm the bad guy, all right? And I've put this keylogger on your computer. Now your mom goes to the banking, online banking. I am tracking every keystroke that's on that particular device I have put that keylogger onto. So I can find out what passwords you're using, what your usernames are. I can find out what, if you're typing in your card number, I can see all that. But you never know that the keylogger's running in the background. Maybe your computer's running a little bit slow. Maybe, probably not. It's a very tiny file, so you probably have no idea that it's running. So those are all things that you need to think about, okay? There are so many you know, viruses out there that are taking over, and people have no idea that they're running on their computer. Keyloggers are really dangerous. The other thing is, if you're at a grocery store, now we have these debit cards, right? I've got mine in here. So card here, right? And they have chips in them now. Okay, so, and they have a little Wi-Fi device, Wi-Fi logo on them. And that Wi-Fi logo means that you can use this feature for tap and go. Great idea, fantastic idea. But has anybody thought about the fact that if that device is tap and go, that I cannot get a device myself that will take the same information off of your debit card or your credit card? So if you're standing in line and you're about to pay for your item in a store and you have people standing by you, maybe you have somebody who's standing quite close to you, you bring that card out, they can pull that information off. They can grab that information because that card is equipped with the fact that you can tap and go. The other downfall of that is somebody grabs your card, they can tap and go, they can steal it, they can go to a grocery store or whatever and start buying things. Most banks have a $50 limit. Some are $100 depending on your bank. But the problem is there are devices out there that are being sold that bad people can grab that information from you. Okay. So again, kids, if you're, you know what, if you have your first debit card, don't walk around with it just in your hand. You know what? There are little wallets you can get that stop people from doing this, but just be really careful. Be alert of who's around you. People shouldn't stand close to you anyway when you're in the store, when you're paying, when you're putting your card number, and they shouldn't be standing there. But just think about, the more the technology is changing, the easier they're making it for us to pay for items, the worse the security is. Okay, so there's so many things out there that you need to be thinking ahead. And I keep my cards in when I'm out and about. It's in a little wallet that they cannot get that information from, right? Just like cars, all the new cars of today, they're all keyless entry. There are devices out there that they can extend that range, and they can get into your cars, and they can't drive them away, but they can easily get into your cars and take what's in them. So, you know what, just be alert, and just, although the technology is really great and it's going, you know, sort of top speed ahead, you need to just be careful, and you need to be cautious of who's around you. In school, I'm sure kids have to have passwords for things because a lot of things are being done online, right? Start being careful now. Don't share your password with people, because even though they're your friends and you don't think anything could happen, that just allows people the opportunity to maybe log in, and maybe they'll take your homework, or maybe they'll copy your homework. So start now with, you know what, those passwords are your passwords. It's your privacy. It's like the key to your front door at home. And you would never just give that key to anybody. You would only ever give that key to somebody that mom and dad say, you know what, this is grandma and grandpa, that's okay. This is your uncle, that's okay. But you don't hand out your passwords, okay? So start now, and just be careful. And you know what, you'll be fine. As far as watching movies and things on the internet, the safest way, again, to do that is using it with a Kodi box, okay? Right, another point, don't use a school password for a home password. That's another thing a lot of people do. They have passwords, and it's the same password for everything. And I see it all the time. I mean, in the work I do have to ask people for their passwords. And believe me, I don't have a memory that I couldn't remember your password 5 minutes from now. But I have a responsibility in my job. I have insurance within my company. I am insured for that I do work for people. I don't look at their files. I'm not interested in that information. But I do have to have something in my insurance policy that says, you know what, I promise I'm not going to reveal that information, because people have to give me their passwords in order for me to repair their computers and things like that. So there are exceptions to the rule. There are good people out there, but you need to make sure that you trust them, obviously, and just be very, very careful, and make sure your passwords are different. Okay, guys, don't have the same password on your debit card as you do on your credit card, as you do on your computer, as you do on your email. Just make sure they're not the same. There are tons of free programs. There's tons of free apps for your phone that you can log all of your passwords. You will need to know the password for the main program. I use LastPass.com. I log all my passwords in there. I do not have to create my own passwords. LastPass will create a password for me, and then I just make sure I have my LastPass working, up and running in the background, and that way I can go on to the websites, and LastPass knows what they are. It is fully encrypted on LastPass's end, so they will never, ever see your password. So don't worry about that. Yeah, I use LastPass for Twitter, for Facebook. I use it for banking. I always make sure on a banking site, guys, don't put automatically log back in again. Remember my password. You know what? You can remember your username if you want to. But even in my own house, I do not on my home computer say remember my password for my banking. Never, ever, ever do that on your phone. You're asking for trouble. As far as passwords on devices such as smartphones, iPads, etc., I absolutely suggest you put a password on them. I also suggest that you have, if you're using the iPhone, the Find Me Now app. So if you do lose it, you can find it. You can see where it is, as long as obviously it's connected to the internet or to a data service. And there's Android apps out there as well that can do the same thing. But just be smart about it. And if you have a password, you know what? If I drop my phone, I leave it somewhere, somebody logs into it, I don't want them getting my information. There is a special feature on the iPhone, and I don't know. Let me see if you can see that. I just need to switch over here. So on the iPhone, the new feature is, you'll see at the bottom, when you're looking at it, I guess left-hand side, it says emergency. And that is set up exactly as that. That's an emergency section, okay? So once I hit emergency, it comes up with another screen, and it then says medical ID. And you can't see it because of the white, but it says medical ID in the bottom corner. At that point, I have a quick screen here. It says spouse, father, mother, friend. Are you on any medication? This is the screen that any medical person could use, or anybody that finds your phone, and it allows the person to call the person in your contact list. Okay, so it's in case of emergency. They call it ICE, but that way you make sure, guys, you set it up in your device. They also have them on Android. Okay, and it allows people that if something were to happen to you, they can always contact somebody in your contact list, and it's a very good thing to set up. You don't have to go through and put all of the information in. I would just put who your main contact is if something were to happen, and a second contact, and that way, A, if you lose your phone, somebody can reach someone else, then you can arrange to get it back. Hopefully a good person finds it. And B, if something ever happens to you, the medical team have information right at their hands, okay? All right, so I think that sort of covers security, and a lot of security. And like I say, as for Kodi this week, so it's pretty exciting that we have this new app. It's called Free Tele app. So that's something if you guys want to be using it on your computers, so you can use it for Windows. It's all set up for you. You can do it. The Android users, they don't have plans to develop for Android at this time. So you would just use Kodi. But this is just for people that maybe don't have a box, a dedicated box. Maybe they don't want to use Kodi. And you can use this free tele version, and it will do exactly the same thing for you as Kodi does, same type of add-ons and everything, so you can watch all your favorite streams. What else do we have? Anybody watch any good videos or anything this week? What add-ons are we still using? I'm using, of course, I use Castaway. I'm using Exodus. I'm using Phoenix, Stream All the Sources, Velocity, UK Turk. UK Turk's a really good one. And for my IPTV, I am using, currently I'm using the service with Expat, Team Expat. So getting all my stuff on there too. So Team Expat actually have a contest going on at the moment. And if you guys come up with a build, your own build, using obviously some of Team Expat's stuff, they've got apps, add-ons, and things like that. There is a contest. Let me just see if I can find it for you. And again, guys, I don't, you know what, I promote Husham's IPTV as well. He uses IPTV Buddy. I'll show you that in just a second. So Team Expat. And I think, let's see what they've got going on here. Let's see where their contest is. I know their if you go with their contest, they have, let's see. They're having, I do believe that they're having you get, if you win it, you get a free IPTV account for so long. So that is pretty exciting. And the other thing I want to show you, let me just do a screen share here, is I didn't get a chance last week because it wasn't working, but this is for the IPTV with Husham. Okay, so he actually uses the IPTV Buddy, and again, you can get it on any device. So you can get it on your phones, you can get it on your tablets, you can get it on your computers, and it is there's fees. So let's just do this here. Just shows you. Here you go, right? So you can go into the Husham repo, select video add-ons in Husham IPTV, and then you can log in, and it gives you the step-by-steps for it. And you can go up here and do an order. So he has it set up well. So 3 days is £5. So Husham obviously is in England, but he's showing you all the stations that you would be getting. If you go through the subscription. 1 month is £7. So right now, Canadian dollars, you're looking about $10. 3 days, you're looking about $3. 3 months, so £21. So maybe $35. If you're comparing it to other services, guys, it's a fantastic price. The feeds are up most of the time, almost all of the time. I think we may be actually able to change it to Canadian. No, it just has the British one. But again, that just shows you sort of pricing. If you're interested in IPTV, there are tons of services out there. Again, I support Husham, and I also support Team Expat as well. So same idea. They have the IPTV here, and you can do a 1-day pass for $1.25. You can do 1 month for $7.95 US. You can do 3 months for $20 US. So pretty good pricing. And they are solid. Okay, guys, they're working constantly on the links. They're keeping things up and running. Husham's is exactly the same way. These guys don't sit back. They keep it running. There are tons of movies now. They have the Team Expat are working on getting some video on demand stuff up there. So if you're looking for reliability as far as live TV goes, that's the way I would suggest going. If you are happy, in most cases, just searching for information, then I absolutely suggest you keep doing what you're doing. And yeah, just use Exodus salts. Like I say, they're fantastic. Movies, 123 Movies. Hey, Richard, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. My friend Richard is here. Yeah, so there are still lots of quality feeds out there, guys. Like I've said it, I say it every single week. It is no charge service. So if you're not paying for IPTV, there is no cost to you. Links are going to go up. Links are going to go down. And lots of new movies. I can't wait. There's a movie that I can't wait to see. It's a cartoon. Well, it's animated, not a cartoon. I guess we don't use that word anymore. So I can't wait. I haven't found a reliable feed yet for it. So once I do, I am going to be grabbing my popcorn, sitting down and watching it. I say it every time, I'm not huge into watching TV. I did watch Euro. The feeds for Euro were fantastic. Again, I used IPTV, which is a paid service, but it was really good. Castaway had the feeds, so there was no charge for that. So best wizard for P3. So the best wizard for Pi 3. Well, Pi 3 really is, once you get Kodi installed on it, it's just a computer. Yes, Selb Meeks, that is the movie. How did you know that that was going to be the movie? I can't wait either. I'm sure that this week there's going to be a good feed up. I can feel it. I can feel it's going to be there, and I'm going to be all over watching it. I think there's another animated one I want to see too, but that, yeah, well, I can't remember the name of it. Anyways, that's the one I want to watch. Can't wait. Yeah, so best wizard for Pi 3 is once you get Kodi installed on it or OpenELEC, you're welcome to use whatever build you would like, whatever wizard you would like. So I still use Aries Wizard. They're yes, I know they changed their server and blah blah blah, and sometimes their links are down, etc. But they do have a fantastic list. There's Mucky Ducks. Husham has a wizard. Husham's is quite large. It is fantastic. There's a lot of stuff in it, so your download may take a little bit longer. Team Expat, they have a wizard. There are tons of them out there. So really, it's just up to you, Richard. Again, right now, Aries Wizard is http://arieswizard.co.uk. And once you download it, it's going to take a few minutes, maybe sometimes up to 5 minutes to install. It's a large file. Once it's installed, there's a maintenance area, there's a builds area, there's lots of different areas that you can go to, add-on area, and you can just go from there as far as doing your installation on your P3. Okay. What else do we have here? So Now You See Me Too. Okay, I'll have to put that on my list. I haven't watched that one. Like, I don't watch anything, but I saw that ad for Secret Life of Pets, and I've been waiting ever since for it. I honestly cannot wait. Oh, the other one is the Dora one. Windows 10 is mostly for insiders. Yes, I am part of the insiders group for Windows 10. But I'm pretty sure anybody can get Windows 10 for the Pi 3. You should be able to get the IoT and the file for it. So it's all part of the Internet of Things. Obviously it's a smaller version of Windows 10, but you could still absolutely use it for. You could put free Office on it. You can do that, and you'd be able to pretty much cover everything that you want it to do. So, yeah, you should be able to get a copy of it. All right, what else do I have here? What else? So, latest version of Kodi obviously is, we're at 16.1, which is Jarvis. We know that the Kryptonite, which is 17, is still in alpha release, so I wouldn't use it and trust it. You may find people that are running older versions of Kodi, so 14 or 15. You may start to notice that the builds will not work. They may not be supported. So that's something that you just want to keep an eye on, okay? And what else do I have here that we should talk about? Again, Kodi's available for tons of different versions, guys. You got Windows, Linux, Mac, Android, Google Play. It's available in the Google Play Store. Kodi Ubuntu, you've got Jailbreak for iOS. And there is a new jailbreak too, so some of the newer devices can actually be jailbroken. BSD, Freescale. So there's tons and tons of ways that you can use it. And there's remote controls. A lot of people ask me about remote controls for Kodi. You can actually go and go into the App Store, your Google Play, or go into your iPhone and go to the Apple Store, and you can get remote controls that you can just sit back and you can use it and use your phone instead of having to buy a controller. I like the mini keyboard mouse controller. That's what I use all the time. So that's what I always stick to. But Finding Dory, that's the other one I want to do, yes. If I upgrade to Windows 8 from Windows 8 Pro, then upgrade to Windows 10, do I get anything extra on 10? You are not going to get a lot extra on 10. The reason that Windows are trying to get everybody to do the upgrade is they're starting to follow the way that the Macs run, okay? So they're turning it into an app environment, and it's going to slowly be taking over. So if you go to Windows 8 Pro, that obviously is an app environment. Windows 8 is going to be supported for quite a long time. But there is a real push to get people onto 10. I would suggest for you to, if you're going to do the upgrade to 8, then I would go the extra step and do the upgrade to 10, because you know what, in 2 years you're going to be left behind. It's like anything else. There's going to be add-ons, there's going to be apps that are created, and all of a sudden nobody's creating them for 8 anymore. So if you're already going to the process that you're going to be upgrading, go to 8 and then go to 10. As far as cutoff dates for the free upgrade, guys, is July 29th, okay? After July 29th, you're going to be paying $200 to get Windows 10. If you're going to do it in the next couple of weeks. Well, you have to do it in the next couple of weeks, right? So July 29th is your cutoff. Richard says, would it be better to have a show later at night, 8 or 9 p.m. or even 10? It's hard to please everybody. Yeah, absolutely it would. The only reason I came on today, Sunday, is that I had an extremely busy week. I wasn't home until past 9 o'clock each night of the week. And honestly, by then I was so tired I couldn't even do a show. My Thursday shows are at 8 p.m. And you know what? The winter is a little bit easier because people aren't doing so much. Summer's not so easy. But yes, I'm going to try again on Thursday to have an 8 p.m. show. I just wanted to come up with a show this week, so there was something, because I didn't want to leave everybody hanging again. But yeah, you're absolutely right, Richard. And then I'm gonna try and get back to my Saturday morning for the kids. I think a kids show is still really good, or not even kids, but just people that want the basics of computing. I am bombarded with 10 upgrades. I know it, honestly, like the thing that is getting to a lot of people with Windows 10 is the fact that it's been downloading in the background, and all of a sudden one day they go to their computer and bang, there it is. Panic sets in, right? My phone's ringing. I've got 10 and I don't want it. And nothing's working. 90% of the time, everything is working. It's just the panic of the fact that it did it, and they didn't realize it was going to happen. But guys, that's your cutoff date. You have 30 days to roll back. If you don't like it, if it's not working, something didn't work, you have 30 days to roll back. Make sure when you do the upgrade, you keep your files. Do not delete the temporary files. If you delete them, I'm not saying it's impossible to get them back, but boy, it's going to make it a lot more difficult, and your service fee is going to go up, believe me. Yeah, if you're going to be doing it, guys, I would suggest you get it done in the next couple of days. Make sure it's smooth. There are still some issues, guys. There's still some problems with video cards. There's still some problems with printers. These are things that it's hard to get everything covered, but they've done a pretty good job. Do they want everybody moving to 10? Absolutely, they do. They want it. That's where they're going to make their money. They're going to make their money on the add-ons, on the apps, downloads, things like that. So I would definitely suggest that you do the upgrade. I do have a machine that's still running 7. I am not upgrading it. I'm just going to run it into the ground, and I'm going to keep 7 on it. I'll maintain it myself and don't have to worry about it. So, all right, guys. So anyways, like I said, I just wanted to come in today because I was really busy this week. I felt bad that I didn't get a show in. So I just wanted to come on and thank you everybody for coming by. I think we got some good stuff covered. And I will plan, and I'm going to set it up right now to have my show Thursday evening with Streaming Wind, Thursday at 8 p.m. again. And let's hope that I don't have a super crazy week this week, and we can do a Kodi show on Thursday. And I will plan to have a kids show next Saturday morning, 10 a.m., guys. So if the kids can bring their questions along, that would be fantastic. I love to help out wherever I can. Any questions in technology, ask away. I'm happy to help. And again, guys, you can always contact me during the week. I had some good talks with Richard this week online and helping each other out. And you can get me SavyTechGirl@gmail.com. And you can obviously find me here on YouTube. I'm on Facebook, facebook.com/SavyTechGirl. And obviously I'm on Twitter @SavyTechGirl. So guys, honestly, anytime you need to, just drop me a line. So Bill says here that you use a program, so Securnia, for seeing if, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Securnia, for seeing if you've missed any updates. I'll have to check it out, Bill. I've never used that one before. You're very welcome, Richard. I'm always happy to help. Like I say, if I can check my email, I do check my emails. I make sure I check them on a regular basis, and I'm always happy to help you guys out. So yeah, if you got any questions in the week, send them my way. Again, guys, thanks so much for stopping by. Thanks for the kids. Thanks, Liv, Jackson, and their mom, who is tech savvy. They think she isn't, but she's got one up on them. Thanks, guys, for stopping by. I will see you soon, and I will set up a show for Thursday, okay? Thanks a lot. Have a fantastic day. Enjoy the sun. Stay cool. Drink lots of water. Right. Drink lots of water. And enjoy yourselves. We'll see you soon, guys. Thanks so much. Bye.